Okay, very quickly. Okay, now, people can't grasp into this issue. They're just concerned. It raises anxiety. Because this Farhash was close to Anwar. Dia memang blue-eyed boy Anwar Ibrahim. Anwar Ibrahim is Prime Minister. Now, when you have a blue-eyed boy, likely that you like your boy lah, kan? Okay? Now, Anwar, what is even greater than a blue-eyed boy? Anwar punya daughter, Nurul Izzah. Anwar punya wife. So, every person, every human being, even you, have your blue-eyed girl or blue-eyed boy. You ada orang yang you sayang and you are close to. Accept that fact. Now, when they decide to hold positions where they will need help of the government, and the one that is in charge of government is the Prime Minister ataupun the head lah, you're close to the head, people expect there to be a derived benefit lah. Betul tak? Kan? So, kalau katakan this Farhash ni, dia pegang positions, chairman ke apa ke, those companies that appoint him and chose him may not be entirely on the merit of his capability or his qualification, but rather their perceived belief of his connections and how it can benefit their respective organisation in dealing with the government. Okay, now, what are the possible benefits? Number one, firstly, easy access lah. Because susah nak dapat time. And as a Prime Minister sibuk, you need to prioritise what is your time. Sometimes you tak ada time pun, you suruh orang you ataupun you punya PA ke, siapa ke, your deputy ke, to attend to certain matters. Because time. Now, ability to get the Prime Minister's time ataupun ni is heightened kalau someone tu dia suka, dia tend to prioritize that lah. Because PM dia bukan buat semua benda based on keperluan saja. Sometimes dia nak jumpa kawan dia juga. Sometimes nak jumpa whatever. So kalau dia jumpa sebagai kawan, sekali kawan tu boleh cakap business, so therefore access gets prioritized in a way. Now, that is an obvious thing. But for me, as a rakyat, doesn't matter lah kalau orang tu dah access lebih ke apa ke, it's okay as long as I don't pay more. Tahu tak? Jadi, all the other companies pun, it's up to them lah to try to find the blue-eyed boy of the powers that be. To be their chairman or to be in their team, to try to beat the race, to try to get access to PM wherever possible. But, even if they access, let's say lah, Farhash ni senang access PM, dia jumpa PM, dia minta tolong ini. Now the question is, the key factor is the PM. Now, what am I not okay as a rakyat, and I'm sure you are like that also, kalau by virtue of this Farhash ni, being part of those entities, they derived contracts ataupun income ataupun wealth more than they deserve at our additional expense. At the rakyat's taxpayers' money punya additional expense. That, I have a problem. In fact, if you ask me, I'm okay with cronyism or nepotism pun. Fine. That doesn't harm me, doesn't hurt my pocket or my wealth. It's okay. But where is the sin? The sin is if you're crony or due to nepotism, the price becomes inflated. We end up paying, we as in the government coffers and rakyat taxpayers, we end up paying more than what we should. Something that's supposed to be $1, we pay now $1.10, the extra 10 cents. That extra 10 cents goes to someone that is non-deserving. Why? Because they are connected to somebody at my expense. That I have a problem with. So, nampak tak apa the key factor here? The key factor here is not Farhash himself. It's not the company that appoint him, because that doesn't harm us on its own. Tapi kalau the Prime Minister is compromised, and the Prime Minister kata kat Menteri, tolong sikit lah tengok macam mana kah, apakah bagi dia kontrak sikit kah, apa. Now, if they get the contract which they otherwise would not, awarding of contract must be based on merit. must be based on the best pricing and the most competent and the most deserving punya vendor ataupun service provider. And we must get the best value for money. We must get the best value for money. We cannot be shortchanged. And the vendor pun dia patut untung reasonably, not excessively, and we need the best outcome, the best purchase. We trust the government, the Prime Minister, the entire government to act in our best interest to get the best buy possible, be it goods or services. Now, by virtue of the Prime Minister's blue-eyed boy being installed here and there among the vendors, which may get greater access to PM, doesn't matter, but will the PM compromise his position or not? Will he now allow to inure to his blue-eyed boy, compromising on the government's role and his role to get the best value for money for the rakyat? Will that happen or not? Now, as rakyat, Farhash has a right to take a job anywhere. Companies have a right to hire Farhash as and how they want to. There is no conflict of interest per se, because Farhash is not even in PKR anymore and he's not even holding any party post. Tak ada apa pun. In fact, he's entitled to be part of any party pun. Dia boleh jadi member. Tapi dia tak ada influence on the government punya decision other than his relationship with the PM, which is not even family. Tapi PM mungkin suka dia. So therefore, the key factor is the PM here. In this particular case, Anwar Ibrahim and Farhash. What will Anwar Ibrahim do for Farhash that is going to be to our detriment, at our expense? Now, if he does that, if he interferes and we get less than ideal purchases of goods or services, then we have every reason to whine and make an issue out of it. But for now, it is premature. When has that happened? But now, the fact that we know that Farhash is installed in 3 entities, 7-Eleven being one of them, kita tengok apa handout 7-Eleven get compared to KK. Kalau katakan certain events ke apa ke government bagi, tend to go to 7-Eleven je, tak kat KK. And why? Even though KK is cheaper. Kalau 7-Eleven is cheaper, then tak boleh blame Farhash lah, faham tak? Tak boleh blame Anwar lah, because it's getting the best buy. Tapi kalau ada all the competition, semua sama harga, tapi it goes only one way towards whichever Farhash is attached to, then the retailers ataupun the vendors have issue to pick lah. Not fair lah. You bagi lebih pada ni, but why? Because you're blue-eyed boy dalam situ. You boleh bising masuk ke situ kalau semua all things equal. Tapi kalau all things tak equal, 7-Eleven happen to be cheaper, then 7-Eleven selalu dapat, apa nak complain? Dapat tak? And then apa ni, of course, you also don't want leak info lah. Government punya info, leak kat Farhash pasal dia ada connections. And then, 7-Eleven dapat tahu harga apa nak charge in order to win every time. That's cheating. Itu pun tak boleh. Jadi, we keep our eyes peeled. We check for all those things. Leak ke tak? Kalau leak pun, Anwar kan leak. Ataupun orang-orang leak. Kalau ada leak, report. And that's MACC punya issue. PM must also be stern on that. Nampak tak? So, Farhash punya connection satu lagi is not just with Anwar sajalah. The fact that he's perceived as Anwar punya blood boy, in the civil service, also orang perceive Farhash as Anwar punya boy mungkin, punya blue eye boy, they would tend to be easy with him lah. They would tend to be facilitative. So these are the carrot, the reason, the motivation for why people at Vincent Tan semua nak pakai orang-orang yang close to PM lah. This is in the business world, people do that. Tapi all depends on the people in power tu, how they cave in, and their administration on how they compromise on the interest of the rakyat, of the taxpayers' money, in inuring to those people where we end up buying less than the best buy, less than the ideal punya buying of goods and services. We pay inflated cost. We don't get the most competitive things. That is what hurt our skin. Everything else shouldn't matter. We shouldn't bother about that and jangan sakit hati and dengki kat orang. But if I have to pay more for the same thing ataupun I get less quality than I otherwise would simply because of the relationship of somebody, the PM ataupun the powers that be ada relationship ataupun perceived relationship with somebody, then I have an issue with. So we better train our guns at the right place at the right time. We don't bark at the wrong tree or bark at the wrong time. Right now, this is what I see is happening. Orang menggelabak pasal dia kerja sini, dia kerja. Why are you speculating? Tak payah speculate. It may happen, it may not happen. Now just keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open, look out, and kalau orang boleh tahu yang Farhash ni appointed by this, by that, by this, maknanya people are watching. Jadi kalau lepas ni, KK, of all people, kalau aku KK, aku akan tengok je apa 7-Eleven dapat. Faham tak? All the competitors will be the one, the eyes to watch that. And they will allege all kinds of things and Anwar will have to defend every time. And kalau ada isu, then heads will roll. Kalau Anwar tak peduli and Anwar just abuse their power and lantaklah kata apa pun, still all the goodies at our expense goes towards Farhash punya entities, then we know who to not vote the next elections lah. Nampak tak? Look at it from a very structured manner, methodological, objective way of looking at things. Jangan presuppose and presume there will be corruption or hanky-panky. But suffice it is that we see that there is a risk of that, there is a possibility of that, and we even see how it can be that. So therefore, just look out for it. If that happens, tembaklah. But jangan tembak sebelum. Hope that clarifies. Assalamualaikum.
If you have any interesting ideas that can help build a better Malaysia, please put them in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. The subscription is free. You don't have to pay money. And we don't, YouTube doesn't give us your information. So there's no list of subscribers. I just know the number of subscribers, but no information about who the subscribers are. And we are not monetized, so there's no advertisements. When you click on our videos, you straight away watch our videos. You don't have to see annoying ads. Anyway, now please subscribe if you haven't done so, and please share our videos far and wide. Terima kasih. Wassalam.
If you want to see more content like this, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any new videos.